Hey guys, what's going on? Joel here, and welcome to Back in the Day. And actually, in addition to that, welcome to vlog number 3. I've been kind of absent the past, I don't know, maybe month and a half, since I think Christmas was my last video, the unboxing of my NES Classic. So, I have been incredibly busy over the past few weeks. 2019 has been just kind of crazy. I guess I wanted to wish everybody a happy New Year, a belated happy New Year. Hope everybody's New Year was good. Mine was not. Truth be told, looking back, most of 2018 was a bit of a shit show. 2019 has been shaping up to be much better. So I mean, on the upswing. Everything is looks like things are going good. But just the holidays, it was rough. Kind of rough holidays in terms of. I've said before, you know, my wife and I, we have no children, so our animals are our kids. And I've talked, I wouldn't say in great lengths, of our German Shepherd Sebastian. He just turned a year old, actually, in December, shortly before I had posted my NES Classic unboxing. And what we had done was we had waited a year to have him fixed. I'm kind of going into a little bit of a story here regarding everything, because this was one of the things that made the holidays just really suck. Yeah. Anyways, we waited a year to have him fixed. That was the breeder that we purchased him from had kind of suggested that. She said, you know, typically with dogs like that, any male dog actually, you want to wait about a year because they're still developing, and if you cut that testosterone off too quickly, the dog will not fill out. It runs the risk, actually, of not filling out, and we didn't want a German Shepherd that was going to, you know, have like spindly, lanky little legs and a, you know, pudgy body. We wanted him to fill out, so we took the advice and we had him fixed. Actually, right at the beginning of December, I remember I was on vacation that week because I had made my What's on my NES, my SNES Classic video. That was the week that we had him fixed. Actually, I think it was that day I made that video was when we were having him fixed. Anyways, we were told by the veterinarian 14 days, no activity, and then we could resume normal activity, obviously, after the 14 days. So, Christmas Eve, my wife and I, it was the 14 days were up, and we took him down to our basement, and I played like 20 minutes of tug with him, and another like just 10 minutes of letting him run and play with his ball, much like the video that I uploaded there a few months back of him playing like the sort of soccer. And he loves tug, by the way. It's like one of his favorite games. It's a great interaction, actually. We found as we had enrolled him in a new school. I'll get into that a little bit later. But anyways, we took him down. We played with him. We woke up Christmas morning, and his scrotum had actually swollen to the size of, I would say, one of those cutie oranges. I mean, obviously these are the minis here. I've got these just as kind of a little bit of reference. Not as big as my fist. I mean, that looks big. A small apple, perhaps. And we freaked. And we called one of our local emergency animal hospitals. It's actually about an hour or so away from us. Asked some questions, and they figured it was more than likely a scrotal hematoma, that there was just some sort of like maybe a blood vessel or a clot that had popped and worked its way down. They just kind of keep an eye on him, and everything should clear up. But if it got bigger or discolored, he'd have to be seen by our veterinarian. So short of the matter was, it got bigger by the next day. Then the following day it was leaking. Here it turned out it was an abscess. We had an absolute mess. We had to get him up to the vet. He had to have another surgery to have the abscess drained, then drains put in. Then the following week, the drains taken out. I mean, the poor dog had been through all of this. He couldn't play with any of his toys because we couldn't. We had to kind of keep him under control. So finally, yesterday was actually week 5 of the drains being taken out. We've been able to play with him again, you know, more like on a hardcore basis. things have healed up good. I mean, which is great. But I mean, the poor dog, I felt so bad for him. Oh my gosh! I mean, like Christmas morning, we were so excited. We wanted to give him his Christmas presents. My wife went nuts and bought him a bunch of toys and stuff. One of which he's actually playing with right now. But yeah, the poor dog. Oh my gosh! Like, and he stunk so bad because I mean, like, it's all infection coming out of that abscess. It was so gross. It was nice when we were finally, we had to wait a couple of weeks actually after the abscess was drained and then the drain finally taken out that we could actually give him a bath. But I'm pleased to say he is doing much, much, much better. And he's, kind of resumed his normal puppy thing. So, yeah, like that was kind of our holidays, and it sucked. I mean, because we were dealing with the whole, like, drainage thing through New Year's, and that wasn't fun. So, like I said, that was, for the most part why our New Year's sucked. I mean, we had every intention we were going to have a party. We had some friends that were going to come over. And we've done a New Year's Eve party, obviously excluding this last year, but I mean the last 2 years. And they've both been a success. We have friends over, we play games and have drinks and stuff. And unfortunately this year we had to cancel 3 days before New Year's because of everything that happened with him. We couldn't very well have him in his crate with a cone on his head, not being able to be out and enjoy everything with us. And plus he smelled too, because that abscess had been burst and that, the crap was all over him. So yeah, here's to hoping that this coming New Year's will be much better, which I'm sure it is. I mean, like here we are, beginning of February, and I mean so far 2019 things have been really on the upswing. Things have been going good. Like I was saying, we got him into a different obedience school. I remember telling you guys earlier in one of my other vlogs about us taking him to, it wasn't so much obedience school for that one, that was more like dog training, and we did 12 weeks of that, and I'm not going to knock it. I mean, we walked away with a lot of valuable lessons, a lot of valuable tools, but I mean, it was essentially a lot of the commands, sits and stays and recalls and heels and things like that. What we really needed for him, because the dog is constantly on the go. I mean, it's been the better part of probably 7 or 8 months. My wife and I, we can't even sit and watch TV because he's on us constantly. He's a dog that constantly has to keep going, and there's literally no off switch with him by and large. So we were actually recommended this dog trainer via one of the girls that was in the class that we took. She's this girl Amber. She's like, oh my god, like she's an absolute like a dog whisperer. So we've had a couple of sessions with her so far, and actually today he goes for his third one. We have seen a lot of improvement. I mean, and it's baby steps with this. I mean, he's still a puppy, and he's gonna have that puppy brain for at least another year to year and a half. So, yeah, that's been basically kind of what's been going on. It sucks, I wish that I had more exciting things in my life to kind of vlog about or to say, but I mean, I work and I take care of a dog. I mean, my life could not possibly be any more uneventful at this point. But obviously here I've got the references of these in front of me. I have when I've been getting the chance, I have been having a lot of fun with these. These are really, really cool little systems. And not just because of the original games. The fact both of these have been modded using the HackChi program. I do plan on doing an update. I added more stuff to my SNES Classic, and I'm going to actually be doing a video showcasing what's on the NES Classic. And I have there's probably 130 some games on this thing already, and I've still got plenty of space to put more on there. But I'm not going to throw anything on just for the sake of throwing it on. I mean, it's stuff that I want to play. And ironically, Tom from Retro Death had done a video about backlogs and what do you do. And my gosh, man, I mean, between the two of these, there's probably close to 300 games that I've got to play. Not to mention, I've still not finished Breath of the Wild. I've still not finished Octopath Traveler. And I've still not finished Assassin's Creed: The Ezio Collection, which I have played all of those before on the PS3. So it's not like I'm really missing out on anything, but they were games that I wanted to go back and revisit when the Ezio collection came out. And then there's other games that are coming out, and it's like, I do not have the time. I don't even consider myself a gamer, simply due to the fact that I don't have more than just a couple hours during a week in which to play. I mean, I might get 10 minutes in which to plug one of these in and dick around for, 15, 20 minutes at the end of the night when we're getting him ready for bed, and, if my wife's got to get showered after being at the Y, or being at the gym or whatever, doing, running on the elliptical or such. So, I mean, if she's got to get a shower before we go to bed, I'll have 15, 20 minutes to play, a little bit of whatever's on one of these. So, yeah, other than that, guys, not a whole hell of a lot going on. Got vacation coming up here in a few weeks. I'm hoping to get a few more videos pumped out. I definitely can do this vlog. Like I said, I'm going to do an update on this. I'm going to do show what's on this, and then we are going to get back into the unboxings because my gosh, it has been, wow. I think November. Yeah, November, late October, November, I think was the last time I did an unboxing. So it's high time for an unboxing. I've got some other stuff too that I'm looking to do. Some other stuff I want to showcase. I wanted to showcase. I remember a few months back I had shown those Star Wars read-along records. Those are no longer in my possession. I wanted to do a video on my old Star Wars toys. It just so happened last weekend I gave those away. A buddy of mine that I have talked to extensively at the gym. Hell of a nice guy, super nice guy, massive record collector, massive Star Wars collector. Like I've said before, my wife and I have no children, and those Star Wars toys were literally sitting in my basement, gathering dust, doing me no good. And they weren't in any shape that a collector would have wanted them. Collectors want things that are in pristine, or all the characters have their weapons and all the accessories. None of this was that case, and Dave, that's the guy's name, was telling me him and his wife had come across his old He-Man toys, because he lives in the house that he grew up in. He bought it from his parents. He said he was down in the basement, he found this box, and all of his old He-Man toys were in there. He gave it to his 6-year-old son, and his 6-year-old son went just ballistic, loved them. And I offered them to Dave. I said, hey man, you want them for your boy, take him. And I mean, he was just like, no man, don't, you don't have to do that, you don't have to do that. And Dave's just a very generous, just a very easy to talk to kind of person. Like, really just like, I mean, you know where you stand with him. He's a really cool dude. So I said, man, they're not doing me any good. It was kind of like a Toy Story 3. The toys deserve to be played with. So I gave them to him. Gave them to his son, and his son is loving them and having a good time with them. So that's great. But I also, because of Dave being a Star Wars collector and a record collector, I gave him my 2 read-along books, because I knew that he would appreciate them as a collector of both genres. So yeah. There we go. That is the end of this vlog. Wow, holy crap, I have managed to fill up almost 14 minutes on this. So, anyways, you guys have an awesome day. I can't wait to come back with some unboxings and some more showcases and stuff, and I will see you guys later.